Sathya Sai Speaks, Volume 11, Chapter 22. Be and Be Blessed, Part 1 of 2. Activity is the keynote of the universe. By activity, all beings are born. By activity, they maintain themselves. And through that activity, they perish. Constant breathing, inhaling and exhaling, keeps the body temperature even and comfortable. The one that is beyond all activity assumed the forms of the 5 basic elemental materials: sky, earth, air, fire, and water, in order to act and activate. To be active, yet to be always aware that it is all mere acting. This is the secret of happiness. That is the Dharma, virtue, which must regulate and sanctify the karma. The achievements of technology which have taken man to the moon are also events in the cosmic drama, where the principal performers are only working out his plan. Identification with the adventure and its success or failure will make the performers proud or depressed, states which would not help inner peace or joy. The secret of good karma is: do karma as an act of worship, a dedicatory rite offered to the source of all energy and intelligence. And never take the consequences to heart. By this means, one can approximate to the divine principle, which is beyond all activity. That divine principle is the very core of man. Becoming aware of this truth is the goal of life. It is the source of strength, which is unfailing and irresistible. Close your eyes. You feel there is no one else here, though there are thousands. If you suffer from cataract, or worse still, if you are blind, you cannot know the truth. So too, the divine is here, before you, behind you, inside you, outside you. The intelligence through which you can recognize it is also with you, but you are either blind or diseased with defective vision, or worse still, willfully inclined to close your eyes. Search for the unreal is the root of all fear. You have a bird in your very hand, but you are wasting your time and energy conspiring to catch the bird hiding in the bush. The notes that make you believe there is a bird in the bush are, you do not know, only the echoes of the notes from the throat of the bird in your own hand. The Guru reveals the truth and makes you free from the travail and the trial, the search for the bird in the bush. In a flash, you know, and the knowledge is bliss. Why crave for the non-existent? Why ignore the existent? That is to say, the Sat. It is the search for the unreal that is the root of all the fear, the sorrow, the sickness of humanity. Learn while you can the key which opens the door of escape. Have all around you the curtain of Namajapam, the vibrant, vigilant repetition of the name of God, and the recapitulation of His glory. Then unhealthy yearnings for self-aggrandizement will not pester and poison you. Namajapam will not allow you to ignore the essential hollowness of worldly affairs and the essential absurdity of getting too involved in it. You behave as if you are the designer of your destiny. You are only a wave formed on the breast of the ocean by storm and surge. When his dearly loved son, a stripling of 16 summers, Abhimanyu, was surrounded and cut to pieces by the Kaurava cousins, who trapped him in a labyrinth, Arjuna gave vent to his anguish before his eldest brother, Dharmaraja, the consistent follower of righteousness. He placed on him the entire blame for the death of his son. Indeed, he said that they could have avoided exile, poverty, infamy, dishonor, disgrace, and all other elaborate preparations for the war of vengeance, had he been cleverer and more adaptable. Dharmaraja sat quiet and silent during the shower of invective. He knew that Arjuna himself, in his cooler moments, will recall the Gita teaching that every single happening is his handiwork, that no one is killed or no one kills, if only you know the truth that everyone is a puppet in his hands. Seva fulfills the aims of all paths to God. The quickest and easiest way by which one can realize the basic absurdity of attachment is the path of seva. Pour out love, whether it is returned or not, whether it results in success or not. Let love be ever translated into seva, into beneficial acts, sweet words of consolation, comfort and courage, and thoughts of sympathy and compassion. I do not declare that other paths like bhakti or jnana are of no use. Worship of God in temples and shrines has its place in sanctifying time and sublimating the instincts and impulses. Inquiry into reality has its use in clearing the fog of doubt. But activity in the shape of seva, selfless service, charged with love, fulfills the aims of all paths to Godhead. Sarvata panipadam tatha, sarvatokshi shiromukham, says the Gita. All hands are his, all feet, all eyes, and all faces and mouths are his. His work through all hands, his walks through all feet. He sees through each eye, he eats and speaks through every mouth. Everything is he. Every step is his, every look, every speech, every act is his. That is the lesson that seva instills. Pray in agony, Lord, have you no ears? And his ears will be listening. Pray, Lord, let me fall at thy lotus feet. And the feet will present themselves before you. They are at all places, at all times. Your call compels the manifestation, that is all. Attach more value to the kernel, not the husk. When you get a parcel by post, what do? You remove the packaging and take out the article sent, don't you? Take away the packaging and secure the thing of value. You say, for me peace is required. Remove the packaging on both sides of the thing you really want. For me, on one side, indicative of egoism, and is required on the other, indicative of desire, want, sense of incompleteness. Don't have egoism and desire, you have peace. It is the packaging that hinders the securing of the reality. You attach more value to the husk, not the kernel. A certain village had a few philanthropic people who provided it with drinking water and a well, an overhead tank, and a distributory system of pipes and taps. They were so pleased with it and so proud of their possession that they decided to invite the governor of the state to inaugurate the system by opening one of the taps on an auspicious day and moment selected by astrologers. The governor graciously agreed. The philanthropists were elated. They fitted a length of gold pipe and had a golden tap made for the occasion. Festoons and flags were hung on the pavilion put up around the tap. Bands of musicians with their complicated and costly instruments were hired from the metropolis. Pandits, scholars, were gathered from various patashalas, traditional schools, to recite Vedic hymns as the water would start to flow. There was no dearth of VIPs that morning. Hundreds of cars streamed into the tiny hamlet. The great moment came. The governor solemnly approached the golden tap. He gave it the right kind of twist, but no water flowed. The Vedic recitation rose to the skies. There was no trickle, not even a drop, or the sign of one. Everyone wondered why. The well was full, the pump worked well, the tank was not leaky. The golden pipe was there with the golden tap. What was really the fault? They asked each other. At last, someone discovered that the golden pipe had not been connected with the regular supply system. It had not been screwed in. End of part 1 of 2, May 11th, 1971.